Personally, I think roster sizes need to be expanded.
It's been, like a week now since I've gotten waived. It's unfortunate, and I know that the reason getting waived was nothing other than there's just not enough space at the moment, specifically Vegas. But I think that's why I'm in such good spirits, because I know that, there's an opportunity that will come. This will be a hell of a story to tell one day.
That's what makes the sport so great.
Hey, it's me, Cam Brink.
And Sydel Curry-Lee here, and welcome back to another episode of Straight to Cam, presented by Perplexity.
We are so excited for today's Yap session that is, as always, unfiltered. On Straight to Cam, no topic is out of bounds, like rapping Nicki Minaj with Deja Kelly. And today I want to welcome a very special guest, and you've definitely seen her maybe dropping 20 in Chapel Hill, reporting courtside with style and grace, or killing it in her final year at Oregon. My friend, Deja Kelly, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hi, Queen. We're so excited to have you. You said you're in Dallas. Are you enjoying being home?
I am enjoying being home. I have not yet gotten to enjoy my house yet that I bought back in August. So I've actually had some time to just sit and chill for a sec, which has been great.
You bought a house for your own house.
My own house. I did. I bought it.
Equity.
She's a businesswoman. I know. I remember seeing that a while ago, and I was like, it looks so cute. It looks like
Thank you.
Cute house. I need to move into a house soon.
You haven't started designing it or anything yet?
My family actually did. So all while I was at Oregon, they were just knocking everything out and made it look great. So it looks really good. So it's actually feels like a home now.
She's a homeowner. Oh my goodness.
Period.
That's so young as well. That's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
That's insane. In such a good way. That's goals.
Thank
right
you.
There.
No, yeah, it was definitely something on my list that I was trying to check off, and it was a long process though. It's a stressful process. I didn't realize how much goes into it and how much you have to actually think through and work through and all the paperwork and contractual things. So once I finally signed off and got my keys, I was like, okay, thank God. It's over. Finally we can have some fun, and now it's the designing part and the color schemes that I want and all that. So being able to figure all that out was cool.
Was that one of, we'll get into NIL and all that kinds of stuff, but was that one of your first things that you knew you wanted to do with the money that you got? Or was it just kind of I have an opportunity to buy a home, why not just do that?
Yeah, I think my first thing that I wanted to do was get a car. I wanted a new car. So that was the first thing that I got.
What'd you get?
That was a BMW X5. So I was
Shout out
that was my dream
BMW.
car when shout out
I love my
BMW.
Beamer. Yes.
That was my sophomore year, I think. And then ever since then, I was like, okay, I think my next big purchase, I want it to be a house. And it was kind of just figuring out where and location and size, of course, all the different things that go into it. So once we finally got everything done, and it was I had some time to breathe and a chance to look and really house shop this past summer. Once I was able to do that, then I was like, okay, it's a no-brainer. This is something I want done this summer so I can have, and then down the line, maybe get more and more into real estate, things like that. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
You need to send me interior design inspo, because I'm trying to read. 100%. It's just so hard for me. I don't know. I feel like it's easy for me to put together an outfit, but making a living room look nice, not my forte.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so how do you guys, tell me how you guys know each other and some stories. I want to hear some stories.
Okay, I was thinking about this, and it actually we've been around each other quite a bit, and I've always just loved being in your presence. Your aura is unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to think when we actually first met, and I feel like it was USA basketball tryouts.
Yeah.
Or
So
it may have
long
been that showcase. I think there was a showcase in Georgia randomly or something. And we were babies, 13,
Probably.
something super young. And I remember seeing you, and I was like, everyone was like, that girl's committed to Texas. I think at that point you were committed to, isn't that crazy?
I was. Yeah. Oh my gosh, why
So,
would I do that? That's so
I
I'm
mean,
like, dang, I
it's
was
so hard. Like, there's
13.
so
Like,
much pressure to like know what you're going to do
yeah.
as a young athlete. So I don't blame you. I committed really early too. It's like stressful.
Yeah, girl. I was just like, I couldn't wait for that offer. I was like, as soon as it comes. I mean, my dad went there, so it was like I was always around the school, went to all the games. I was like, once that offer comes, like I'm committing. And I literally committed that same day, probably like 2 hours after they officially offered me. I was like, looking back now, I'm like, why would you ever? I'm looking at my parents, like, why did y'all let me do that? Like, and I was
Well, your
supposed to there
dad
for
was
four
probably
years.
geeked, right? Your
I
dad
must
was,
say probably just as excited.
My
Yeah.
dad actually hated it. He actually was
really?
like, yeah, he wanted me to explore my options. He was
Yeah.
like, you're like 12. Like, until you grow up and actually know what you're getting yourself into. So eventually I realized and went elsewhere. But yeah, that was crazy. You're saying we're 13. I was like, the fact that I was committed to a school at that age was crazy.
Well, the fact that you were offered at that age is crazy. Like, that shows how much of a baller you are. Like, who
Thanks,
gets
girl.
offered that young? It's awesome.
That was a surreal moment for me because I was like, wow. I mean, that was my goal to get offered that young. And once I got it, then of course I obviously was too geeked when it happened. But yeah, that was great.
And then also we went to Vegas together. This was fun. We went with Just Women's Sports and we went to the WNBA All-Star game. We were dressed up. We had our makeup done. My feet were killing me. We were all like in like 5-inch heels. And then I was also on your podcast. So thank you for
Hmm.
coming on mine. And I'm just very
Of
excited. We need to
course.
talk about Nilosophy though. And it's just so cool to talk about NIL and the landscape and how it's just changing so quickly. So I just think it's great that you give student athletes a platform to talk about their like lived experience when it comes to NIL.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it was great having you on as one of my first guests in the first season. Like, I think being able to have that platform, and for me personally to have the opportunity to give other athletes a platform to talk about their NIL experience and journey, and what they're doing with their money, just all the different things that I guess a lot of people don't really know, that they don't see. They only see what we show them kind of from the outside when it comes to NIL. But like for us athletes to be able to really dive deeper and talk about investing and financial advisors that we might have, and just different things that we've learned throughout the way. Like, you're getting thrown a lot of money at such a young age, like learning how to deal with it and grow it and build it. Like, having to learn all that, I think, is such a unique experience. And for us to be some of the first to be able to do that, like, I think having a platform like Nilosophy to be able to talk about that and share that with your audience and with your viewers was something that that was the main goal of the podcast. So it was great to have you on. I have some more guests still coming for season 2, so I'm excited for that. But there's been so many different stories that I've been able to hear through that, and I've learned so much just from other athletes sharing their experience with me, and vice versa. Like, just hearing you would never know, right, unless you are having a platform to be able to speak about it. So, yeah, it's been great. Season 2 has been phenomenal. We're about halfway through, and I'm excited for the future of Nilosophy for sure.
I just had a financial planning meeting today, and that's what made me think about it.
Very important.
It's
It's
very
so
important.
like that's why it is so important that you have a platform to talk about it, because just I was sitting down and I feel like I know a decent amount about money, but you sit down and it's so intimidating and these people are very businesslike and buttoned up, and it can be overwhelming,
It can be a
especially at a
lot.
young
It
age.
can be a lot
So
for sure.
Okay, so I mean, we've already gotten some really good conversation going so far, which is really nice with the guest. But we always like to do a straight to Cam confessionals. Cam says it's how we pregame the show.
mhm.
And so, Cammy, what's your confessional for the week?
People have called me a serial killer for doing this, but I drive in silence. If I'm not like driving to a workout or like something I feel like I need to get energized for, I will drive in silence. Mostly because I feel like all I do nowadays living in LA is drive and being stuck in traffic. And to avoid getting overstimulated or like wanting to curse someone out, I just choose silence. and it's been doing me well. So
I like that. I love a good silent drive. It's just peaceful.
I definitely do that in the morning.
Yeah. In the morning, you're like still trying to
In
wake
the morning,
up.
I'm like, yeah,
The last thing I'm going to do is pick a playlist.
literally.
I like the radio. I listen to the Damien, my husband, makes fun of me because I listen to the radio.
that is kind of crazy. I haven't listened to the radio.
I was gonna say, I don't remember the last time I've listened to the radio.
I'm aging myself right now. I know.
No.
But the radio and Pandora. I'm their biggest fan.
You're grandma for that.
When's the last time you listened to Pandora? Like, do you even have Pandora on your phones?
No.
I don't think I have it on there anymore. No.
Like,
I did it at one
Spotify.
point.
No, listen, Pandora, at least for me, because I haven't listened to it. I just started re-listening to it like in the last year. And I used to listen to it a lot in college. So I haven't added any new like genres or artists or anything like that. And so it just remembers what I used to listen to when I was in college. So it like brings me back to a time where I was just a college
living your best
athlete girly, living my best life. And so when I listen to Pandora, I'm like, yeah, I'm still 21 in my dorm room as I'm like answering emails about whatever and hear my kids like running around. It's just something very euphoric about Pandora.
Yeah.
I love a good silent drive.
Songs do hold crazy memories. I'm sure like we all have a song that if it comes on, it like will take you back to a crazy specific moment in time. That music and like perfume scents do that for me.
Ooh. I have a question. If you could ADHD.
I have a question.
I need an ADHD button.
Can we do that?
Yeah. If you could like put one song to describe your college time, what would it be?
Oh.
I don't know, Deja. I feel like you're better with music off the top of your head than me.
I would say.
Is yours something Nicki? I feel like you would do Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I
know.
I was definitely thinking something Nicki, but she has so many. But I'm gonna say probably Red Ruby to Sleaze. I think that was just like
wait,
y'all heard it.
Yeah. Sing it for Sydel.
Like I'm like I'm about to rap like so
wait,
5, 6, 7.
We'll all do it.
Only on the seas with his breeze, Red Ruby to Sleeves, Chinese on my seeds. Better be Chun-Li's anyway. You haven't heard it?
You don't know that?
No.
You know, I stopped listening to Nicki Minaj a while ago though, so apologies.
I'm a barb. So I went to her concert for the first time. This was back in like, I don't know, September maybe. And I was in awe, in heaven. She was the only one of my favorite rappers that I haven't seen in concert, and I finally did. And I forced my family to go with me, and I'm like just rapping my heart out, and they're just like, I'm like, definitely would do that again.
Wait, what members of your family went with you?
My mom and my brother.
They were probably like, "Oh my gosh,
they were what is going on here?"
No, yeah, they were rapping some of the songs with me though, because I have forced them to become some type of barb at some point in their life by being with me every day.
I like what era of Nicki Minaj?
Roman.
I don't know. What's the song? Teenage. Fuck. What is? with Chris, is it Chris Brown in the song? Hold on. Let's ask Perplexity though, because I really want to. This is like one of my favorite songs. Like I put it in my top like 20 favorite songs ever. Teenage Dream.
That's a Katy Perry song, no?
No. Oh God, not Katy.
Not
Perry.
Katy Perry.
Perplexity. What's the song with Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown? Or it's with Lil Wayne. I'm pretty sure it's Chris Brown, though.
I love the Dark Side of the Moon is also a really good song.
Right by My Side.
Right by My Side. Oh, is that the one? And it's all Right by My Side for sure is in the top 20, maybe top 30 favorite songs ever.
Really?
But Perplexity says Right by My Side, but the song that I was referring to was High School with Lil Wayne.
He said he came from Jamaica. He owned a couple acres, a couple
Echoes.
of acres. Got his favorite. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go.
That's the one. That's my Nicki Minaj era.
That's a great one. That is a great era. That was like her. She was getting into her, like her lover girl.
Yeah, that makes
Mhm.
sense. I'm a lover girl.
I liked it.
Okay, what's your song, your high school song? I mean, college song, sorry.
The only song I can think of is, you know how it goes, she just moved to LA, go to UCLA. It's a very like white frat song. So I feel like that's, or when I
It's
get
a
a
bit-
mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movie. What is that, Mac Miller?
Yeah. You know, that's actually not bad, like for a frat, like a frat song. Like at Elon, I went to a liberal arts school, and actually like 45 minutes from UNC. I went to Elon University.
Yeah.
And our frat song was tell the bartender make that mother stronger.
Oh my
I
God.
wanna go, and just like
That is a good
night
one.
long. That's not my college song, or the college song that I would pick. That's the frat song.
That's the frat song. Yeah.
Everyone got lit too.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Okay, Miss Deja, do you have a confession for us? No pressure.
I can go if you still need time.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, you haven't even gone yet. We've
No,
got on
my
a crazy
ADHD kinda
tangent.
cut us off.
I have a question.
Question. Deja, I don't know. I'm 39. I don't know if you know, but I'm 39 weeks pregnant. So my life, as I'm thinking about confessions, my life has literally been on standstill. Besides like doing straight to cam episodes, there has not been a lot going on my end of the world, because I'm just sitting here waiting. Like I lay vertical about 20 hours out of the day. Like I don't have anything else in me. So as a confession, I'm like, nothing's going on. This is for like the people who are pregnant or were pregnant and know what I'm going through. I have like really bad insomnia. Like it's really hard for me to sleep. And so my confession this week is that I sit up all night vertically. I lay vertically all night watching people's birth videos and like watching my birth videos, like just to prep myself, which is so creepy. But if you've been pregnant and if you're listening or watching and you've been pregnant, you know what I'm talking about. It's like a thing where I'm like trying to like psych myself up into, you know, having to push a whole human out of
Wait.
my vagina in a couple. Hopefully
You're like
tonight.
watching your
That'd be great.
mixtape. You're watching your.
Oh my God.
No, literally. I was like on YouTube watching, and then I was like, oh my God, wait, I have my own video of like, I literally can watch myself pushing my son out. So is laying vertically sitting?
Yeah, that's what I was like, vertical. You mean horizontal?
Horizontal.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Oh,
horizontal.
either way, I'm not on my feet. My ass is either on a bed or a couch. I'm gonna find me a seat wherever there's a seat. That's where I'm at. Anyways,
Here we go.
that's my confession this week. Is I just been watching people give birth for the last 2 weeks.
You're psyching yourself up.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
And she
due,
doesn't
like,
use
any day now.
epidurals. She doesn't
Any
do
day.
an epidural, right? You're not going to use an epidural.
No, I'm
this
not.
time?
I don't do epidural. I
That
haven't in
takes
the last
balls.
2. So
That takes big balls.
yeah,
That
if you want me to
is
send you the video, Cam, I'll
strong.
send it to you.
No. No, I'm kidding. I want to see it. I've watched Jackson's.
Oh yeah, I think I showed it to you last week.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
I think
Deja,
it's
if you want to
beautiful.
see it, if you've never, you don't actually see my vagina, just to pinpoint that, like you don't see that, because I don't even want to see that.
Okay. You
It's just
see.
you can just like see my legs. It's from behind, so you can see my legs propped up, and then you can just see my son like appear, like oh, like Hakuna Matata.
I feel like that's a pretty
Circle
cool
of Life.
video then. Probably very educational.
Whenever you're
Not
ready,
that I
just
need it anytime
whenever
soon.
you're ready, just let me know. I got it.
We'll make a group chat.
Yeah, there we go.
The
Send
only
whatever
thing that's
videos
said
you
in
find.
there is it's my birth video. That's weird. Okay, you have a confession?
I don't think it's really that interesting, but in one sitting, y'all watched the Netflix show Forever? Did y'all watch it?
I
I'm
saw a
on
billboard for
episode
it.
like 4.
Oh, I watched it all in one day.
How many
And
It's a
episodes?
good show.
It's pretty good. There's 8 episodes. And I liked it, but it was just like it's really corny. or Justin is really corny, and it's really pissing me off watching the show. So I guess that's my confession, because then right after I finished, I ran to Twitter to see what people were saying about it, and
Always.
TikTok, and like watching replays. I'm just like, I didn't realize how corny he was in the moment. Like, I'm like, why would he say that? Why would he take her back that many times? And why did he block her? Like, how childish are you? So I guess that's my confession, just watching it all in one sitting and having that opinion about it.
Are they high
That's
schoolers?
the thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine who she posted like a story about Forever, like her recap of it, and I guess it's like actually I would say they're what generation are y'all?
Z?
Z. They're Gen Zers, but it was actually set in 2017, no?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not accurate, like as far as like how generations would act, because they're millennials, right? And the blocking and unblocking thing, I don't feel like is a millennial thing. I feel like that's a Gen Zer thing. Like I've never blocked or unblocked an ex
I
before.
never have.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Not going back. If I'm gonna block you, you're blocked forever.
I'm guilty. I mean, in high school, I did that. High school was
right,
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's like a Gen Z thing. Like that's something that y'all do.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So I'm saying like the depiction of a 2017 high school couple in Forever is not generationally accurate.
My opinion is high school
That's
relationships don't count because you are a fetus still when you are in high school.
That's very true.
Like high schoolers act like they're so grown. I'm like, no, you don't. You're not even grown when you're in college. I still don't feel grown.
I still
felt
don't
like
feel
a
grown.
child.
Yeah.
I'm 30 and I still feel like what? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So- I'm like, I feel far from grown.
No idea.
We have some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Okay, great.
I'm just going to throw them at you. What's your go-to post-game meal or guilty pleasure snack?
Post-game meal, probably any type of pasta, probably like a spaghetti or something. And snack, post-game snack?
Yeah.
Something sweet. Like I need like some ice cream or like cookies or something like that. Like it has to be something sweet.
You're
Okay.
easy. Carbs and sweets.
Yeah. What's your morning routine?
Get up, do my skincare, like step by step. Brush my teeth,
Let's
like
hear
all
it.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
Brush my
curious.
teeth.
Yeah.
Brush my teeth, skincare, do something with my hair, make sure my lashes look decent. That's about it.
She's easy. Oh, that was easy. What's your skincare routine? Do you have is it like a 10-step routine? Like,
So it used to be. So I will say within the past year, I have tried probably over 50 different skincare products
okay, we need to
and
hear
I've
the best
spent
ones. We need to
a
hear.
shitload of money on it.
It's
Um,
expensive.
it's
is
expensive.
Hair and skincare.
That's what I feel like I've spent all my money on the past year. So now I'm down to like a 3-step skincare routine because I heard less is more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm at fault because I listen to people like on the internet and TikTok and get advice from them. So I've heard that 10
Same.
steps is great, and I've heard that like 2 steps is great. So now I'm down to 3, and it's been working for me so far. So
Your skin looks fire.
we'll see how.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Thanks, guys. So see. We'll see if it carries on.
What can you not leave your house without? Besides your phone. Oh my God.
Oh, I was going to say my
You
phone.
can't. Besides, I feel like that's today I left the house without the phone too.
You left your house without your phone?
Yeah. It felt freeing.
How about my mom left her, sorry, this is a pivot, but my mom left her phone at a movie theater and flew across the country without her phone.
Oh my God.
And never realized?
I don't know.
She's so
I don't know. I have her
interesting. She fascinates me.
I called her. It was the day before Mother's Day, and I called her. She didn't answer, so I have her location. So I looked at her location and then at the movies. So I'm like, oh, okay, she's at the movies, whatever. Next day, Mother's Day, call her. Wish her happy Mother's Day, and it goes straight to voicemail. And I'm like, weird, but okay. And looked at the location, still at the movie theater. I'm like, what the? Did she sleep? Like, what is going on? Didn't hear from her for like the whole day. I call my sister-in-law Aisha and I like wish her happy Mother's Day. Spit it out. And I'm like, have you heard from my mom? And she goes, yeah, she's downstairs. She's in my kitchen. I'm like, what? Like, does she have her phone? Like, what? She goes, oh yeah, she lost her phone. I'm like, oh, I know where her phone is. Like, how did she get across the country? Because my mom lives in Florida. She flew to the Bay, like to San Francisco, without her freaking phone. She's like, oh, she's been using her iPad. I'm like, only my mother.
Her iPad.
True iPad kid.
Are you an iPad kid, Deja? Do you need your iPad?
I am. I do
You're
need
like
my iPad.
Paigey. You're like Miss
Yeah, like
Paige.
Paige. I just saw her the other day and we were literally talking about it. And I was like, yeah, like I feel you with the iPad. Like it's so like it's a necessity. Anyone who doesn't have an iPad, I feel bad for them. Do you have an iPad?
I actually
I
need to
have
get
one.
one.
I don't use
I
it,
don't have
but
one.
I love it. And I have my pencil and I just be tapping away.
Wait, what do you use the pencil for? Like just
Honestly, nothing. Like just just to be extra, like just to scroll with my pencil. I don't know why I got it.
I would
But
color. I would want to color or like have a
I want to try to do that. I need to find like an app where I can
yeah.
just color away and have fun with it. I need to find different creative ways to use it. We'll see.
That sounds very relaxing.
It
Speaking
is.
of, I mean, you need some relaxation. This past month has been a whirlwind. You wrapped up your college career at Oregon. Shout out Oregon. I'm born and raised Oregon. Well, actually, I was born in
Hometown.
New Jersey, but yes, shout out Oregon. And then you entered the WNBA draft, signed a training camp deal with the Aces. Like, you definitely need some relaxation. But I feel like what's so crazy, what's so crazy is going straight from college and then we have 2 days and it's like, okay, now you're getting drafted. So like, how
Yeah.
has that process been for you? What are you doing to decompress after a whole college season and then a training camp? It's insane.
I don't think I've actually found a way to fully decompress yet. Like I feel like I'm still on go, even though like career is on pause right now. But yeah, that transition is definitely insane. And I feel like someone needs to do like a documentary on just that, like of some collegiate athletes, just of that transition. Like I feel like that needs to happen pretty soon. Especially for the ones who make it all the way to the Final Four. And there's a week in between then and the draft. Like that's crazy.
I would have a
So me,
mental
I had like
breakdown.
2 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's
Um,
actually insane.
but yeah, like now I'm just trying to uh relax a little bit, enjoy my time at home, enjoy family time. I'm back with my dog, my son. So spending time with him. I shipped him off to my mom all year because I we were too busy at Oregon, so I was like I can't. So back with him. He's a little getaway. But yeah, really that's it. I think I'm still trying to figure out like what I wanna do with my time in the meantime, and that's about it.
What would you say made your time at Oregon so special? I grew up in Oregon and always considered it. The facilities are insane. But
Top
apart from that,
Insane.
like the people are great. It's a great part of
Yeah, like the
town.
people were amazing. The girls were phenomenal. The staff was great. Like, and I don't think I was really expecting it. I had, of course, you hear things, of course, but for me, like it turned out to be, and I say it all the time, like proudly, like that was probably one of the best years of my collegiate career, like just from a mental standpoint, from emotional standpoint, all of that, like
Mm-hmm.
just the people, the community, like everyone was so nice, and I'm like, is this normal? Like the fans after games, whether we won or lost, like they were just like, "It's okay, like we love you." I'm like, oh my God. Like, thank you. Love you too. Like, so like, yeah, I thought it was just like a literal breath of fresh air. Um, because everyone was just like, you're just people there. Like for me, I was just a person there. I was human. Like there wasn't all these extra unique expectations of me. Like it was my first year, and I think that for me was um something that made my process and journey easier, and even my transition now out of college. Like I'm just in such a good headspace, like regardless of what has happened surrounding the draft and
Mm-hmm.
all of those things. Like I was just been like I think Oregon has prepared me so much mentally just for the moments like now, like truly have welcomed me to adulthood, because like transferring somewhere for not even a full year, not knowing what to expect. You have things that are changing on the fly. You got to learn a new environment right away. Like, I think that was something that definitely helped prepare me for this next journey that, I'm on. That's lots of ups and downs. You don't know what to expect. So I loved it. It was great. I was really happy that I was there. I wish I had more time there, honestly. And um, but I was thankful for those few months that I spent there.
Because you did transfer your third year and you've experienced two different types of organizations, if you could go back, would you go through the recruiting process differently? Is it something that you would do, that you would change up?
No, I think I would do it exactly how I did. Because I'm so thankful for, the time I had at UNC too. Like, I think those experiences, everything, ultimately just shaped me into who I am now. Like, I think, um, they're the things that I, uh, accomplished, the things that I experienced, the adversity I faced, all the things that like were bundled up without my whole collegiate journey. Like, I think that's something that I needed to go through in
Mm-hmm.
order to find myself, get closer to God, like all these things uh, that'll get me, of course, ready for, the next chapter of my life and adulthood and my future careers and all those things. So, I don't think I would change it. Oregon recruited me out of high school as well, and that was a school that I was really looking at then. But that's when they had like that big recruiting class of
Mm-hmm.
was it guards? And like you remember Kim, like
Yeah.
Kylie, Tahina, like Maddie,
Sydney,
Sid, yeah,
and
all
everyone
the
transferred.
yeah, all of that. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so funny. But yeah, like that's when they had that big recruiting class. So I was like, okay,
Mhm.
that's just not the right fit. But like for UNC, yeah, I wouldn't trade those 4 years for anything. I'm thankful. It was fun. I met a lot of great people, built some great relationships. Mm, yeah, but I was happy that I ended it at Oregon for sure.
What would you say would be like the biggest differences? Because I feel like they're both, between UNC and Oregon, I feel like they're both really big sports schools.
Yeah.
I grew up in North Carolina. Like I said, I
Mm,
went to college, 45 minutes away from UNC. So I
yeah.
frequented there a lot. Like where my college was no more than an hour away from like seven different like big sports schools.
Yeah.
So I was like always just on the weekends when I didn't have volleyball or off season, we were at a different school like every weekend.
Yep.
And so I got to experience it from the outside perspective, obviously, like that culture.
Yeah.
So knowing that Oregon is just as a big sports school as well, what would you say would be the differences between the two?
UNC's culture was you have to have some thick skin to deal with their fan base, their culture, the community. Like, not that it was bad, it's just like they are diehard
It's
there.
intense, yeah.
Yeah,
Brutal,
it's
yeah.
very intense. And for me, like being a black girl, pretty, can hoop, like all that, like it came with a lot of BS.
Yeah.
And I think so that's why I say you just gotta have some tough skin going through there. But when it's in a positive light, like the fan base they love you to death, like because they're so ride or die. So I think the biggest difference with Oregon was like I think it's like an older fan base, like older people, really
Yeah.
nice, sweet, like they're just
Just the
happy to be
Eugene
there.
suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the biggest difference is they all were just like season ticket holders forever for years and they just want to see the program do good and they're there to support no matter what. Like I think the year before last year, like when they had a really bad year, they still averaged about like 6,000 fans, and that's a sold out crowd at UNC. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that is crazy. Like, so for us to have that support, I think that's the biggest difference. And it was just like they just loved you regardless, and they were there to support regardless, and they gave you all the love any chance they could, and um, it was cool. But both fan bases, I mean, are great. Like you have those are great universities who are really involved and really care about their sports and their athletes. So I definitely will say that.
Yeah, fans, I think I'm so appreciative for them at the end of the day, but there's just no way they're going to
Yeah.
understand the athlete experience. So you just
Not
have
at
to
all.
take them with a grain of salt. Honestly, it's something
Yeah.
I'm still working on, but you know, they mean well and they care, but it's just a
Okay,
little
it's
much.
like-
But
that's-
sometimes it's just like,
That's all. I'm still working on my testimony with the fans.
Yeah.
Do you know what's funny though is like because I'm on social media, right? And so when I was like super on it, like showing my brothers or Damien during the playoffs and them like having fun, like doing something that's outside of basketball, they'd be like, lock in. He shouldn't be. I'm like, okay, first of all, let's relax because it's an off day,
Don't get
okay?
riled up.
And
Yeah.
like, what? It's
that's literally
okay.
how I was at UNC. Like I would be scared to post anything, especially like after we lost or whatever,
Mhm.
because I'm like, oh my God, the fans are gonna
They take it
terrorize
hard.
me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, they take it. I'm like, dang, y'all took that worse than I did. I'm like, should I be rethinking my mentality right now?
Right.
Like,
Yes.
and like that's something that it's just like, it's another day.
Perplexity is an AI-powered answer engine that searches the internet in real time to give you fast, high-quality answers with sources. Unlike legacy search engines that respond with a long list of links that will take you forever to find the answer, Perplexity skips straight to the answers you need. And Perplexity explains your results in an everyday language that's easy to understand with sources and citations. And if you're not sure what astrology sign you are, or when Taurus season ends, or when someone asks what your moon sign is, and you have no idea what that even means, don't worry. Perplexity has your answer. And you don't want to leave your Perplexity bestie behind. Discover fast and reliable search with Perplexity today. Download the app or ask Perplexity anything at perplexity.ai.
We've been talking about social media. I think we were ahead of the curve. I think we knew from a young age that NIL was going to become a thing. I'm so glad
Yeah.
we started building our presence. And so when it became a thing, it's just like the floodgates opened. But yeah, talking about that, you got to live out your second dream at Oregon, which is reporting. And I feel like that's also like been so cool for you with like your following. Like you have like little girls that look up to you for basketball, but they also look up to you for pursuing something that's just as fulfilling, in my opinion. Like you are so good at it and you seem so natural doing it. What do you see yourself
Thank you.
doing long term with that? Of course.
Yeah, that's something that I was definitely thankful to Oregon for, like to give me that opportunity, the foundation, the platform, especially with the Big Ten being the network that it is and being such a, prominent network in college sports. Being able to have the opportunity to do different things, sideline, color commentary, like just regular kind of interviews, being able to do my podcast, like all those things has definitely set the foundation for what I want to do long term within that career space. I think that for me, I'd love to do it while I'm playing. Of course, like in the off season type of thing. Like we've seen, like you see Candace do it, Chelsea Gray did it,
Aaliyah Boston. Yeah.
Aaliyah, yeah, like
Mhm.
you see so many players now kind of tapping into that space, and that's something that I really want to dive into. I love being in front of the camera, so that's a check. But just being able to talk sports, I want to eventually branch out to like football and of course like NBA and things like that, like other sports. I did volleyball sideline reporting for Oregon, and I was terrified because I was like, I don't know the terminology. I don't know what I'm supposed
Yeah.
to say. I'm gonna just try to relate it to basketball in some type of way. And luckily it went well, but I was like, okay, this is something like I love watching volleyball, but I was just like reporting on it. I didn't think I could ever do
It's
it,
quick.
but
It's
we
hard.
made it through. It
Mhm.
is like I was like, everything's happening.
Very fast
What do I
paced.
say?
That's what
Like,
makes the
But like
sport
way to
so
push
great.
yourself. Yeah, exactly. It's so
man.
fun to watch.
So yeah, luckily the staff at Oregon like really encouraged me to do it, and they were like, just try it. Like you'll be fine if you mess up, whatever. Like whatever, you just don't do it again. But luckily it went well. But yeah, that's definitely a career I want to pursue long term, of course, in the off season, but then like pursue it like whenever I decide to be done with basketball and, just try to see how far I can take it. I've really enjoyed like the podcast space too, more than I
Mhm.
thought. So I want to continue that in some type of way, even if it's not just like Nilosophy, but kind of just expanding to different things, especially surrounding basketball. But yeah, like I want to be on desk, be an analyst, do color commentary. I think that was something that I really enjoyed. Of course, sideline, like kind of do it all. I want to be able to be versatile and, be good at it all so I can be of value to whoever in the best
Mm-hmm.
way possible. So we'll see. But yeah, it's been a great career path to dive into. Something that I knew I wanted to do for like since I was younger, like early high school age. So now that I'm getting to kind of pursue that dream, it's been great.
We've seen a lot more common like people who started in the social media space and then get these opportunities to do like these red carpets and then they like flop and they just say things that probably shouldn't say or whatever. So like what's your what do you have advice, because you obviously have been, this is a passion of yours, you're really good at it, it's something that you want to make a career, you're making a career and want it to keep being a career. Like what's your piece of advice to, you know, a girl watching you and like wanting to be in the space but not flop, you know,
Yeah.
not be inappropriate or something like that?
Yeah, I think being authentic is something that's very like underrated,
Yeah.
and that's something that should be paid attention or done more than I think people think. I think
Yeah.
there's like a certain image that um everybody tries to, could find themselves trying to fit in order to appease to their audience. And again, just for entertainment. And I think that's where things can flop. That's where things can go left. That's where you can get sidetracked and off topic of like why you really started.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I was trying to keep at the forefront, like when I started mine podcast, even though it's like specifically like NIL based and things like that, it's still like, how can I be authentically myself and sharing my story too?
Mm-hmm.
And along with the athletes that I'm bringing on, and like, because there's people who really want to know, or people who are really also either about to go through it or going through the same journey, and like who might really need advice or might really need help on how to kind of navigate it. So it's like I would be doing them a disservice if I'm BSing and I'm giving false information, or if I'm saying the wrong things or whatever it is. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna have eyes on you when you're
Mm-hmm.
doing things like this, like when you choose to put yourself on a platform like this. And so I think my biggest advice is just being authentic. I think that appeals to more people than you think. Like, I think more
Yeah.
people will want to watch and follow you and be entertained by your stuff, by your content, by seeing that you're literally just being yourself, telling your story in whatever way that looks like, and kind of going from there. I think that's easier to follow. I think that's the people that I watch, or that like even on TikTok, whatever it is, like people who seem like it. They seem
Yeah.
like they're legit just being themselves. Like, that's really what it is. And I think that's easier to follow and easier to look up to for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like it's much better to flop being yourself than
Yeah,
trying to be someone that you don't even recognize. And
exactly.
because it's like, what's the point of even doing that?
Yep.
People have a strong bullshit meter for sure. Shifting to draft night, you looked phenomenal. That's literally all I have to like. You looked so good.
Thank you.
I was watching a clip of, I think from GQ, your
Hmm.
interview, and you said that you wanted to be like a sexy yet businesswoman. And I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
that you nailed it, nailed it. Who are you? Yeah, Cam.
Thanks.
You asked who she was wearing, Cam.
Yeah. What designer?
An only child.
Oh, cute.
That was the outfit. Yes. Black owned. I mean, black
Period.
designer, which was great. Those were really all my options. So luckily that was kind of, tribute that I wanted to pay. But yeah, it came out great. And honestly, I didn't decide what I was wearing probably till like 30 minutes before I walked out the door.
Wait,
Like
that's
I had three
stressful.
options, and oh my gosh, it was the most stressful time. Like I started crying before we even
Oh
walked.
I did
no.
too. I started crying
And
before I
my
walked out.
family was like, "What's wrong?" And because there's so many, everyone, like I probably had 10 people in there giving their opinion. They're like, "Oh, well, this one looks like this one will photograph well, and this one looks great." And I'm like, "Everyone, just shut the fuck up." I was
That's real.
like, I was like, "Let me figure it out." And yeah, I just started crying. It was hilarious, but finally came to the decision to go with that outfit, which I was so happy that I did. It photographed great. The other option was like a suit, like full out suit, like Zendaya vibe suit,
Mm.
like kind of what she wore to the Met. And but then I was like, maybe a lot of people are gonna wear suits, like some type, like that's usually the vibe for draft, like pantsuit,
Yeah.
whatever
A
it
lot of
is.
people
And
did, no?
so
So good
yeah, they
choice.
did. So I was like, but yeah, so I was happy with my choice. It was put together really well. The hair I thought was different, like the little
I mean,
curly pieces.
you mentioned the Met Gala, but I'm like, your hair was giving Met Gala. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people had
Thank
like the
you.
swoop for the Met Gala. So
Yeah, it's like a trending thing now. So I was like, I love that. So once I saw it, like some people doing it, I was like, yeah, I want to try that because that will give like some type of, elegance and still classy, but also still giving some type of sexy. So it came together well.
My draft outfit, I wouldn't say it was classy, but a little too sexy. I look back, I'm
It
like,
was
it was
giving
not. It was
legs.
not too sexy at
the
I thought it was
slip
all.
was
gorgeous.
literally.
No, your dress was perfect.
I
It
did
was
love
pretty.
it, but if I could do it again, I would probably wear. I don't know what I would wear, but if I could do it
No,
again, I
because
would.
the options that you sent us, I think that was one of them, but the other one was like a see-through
Yeah, the other one was kind of.
sheer.
It was a
That one
sheer
was like-
kind of tulle. Yeah, that one was it.
Yeah, that one was cute, but it was like after party.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
don't get me wrong. I love
Your-
my
the-
dress, but it was just like
It was
I think
perfect. No notes.
the slit kind of
Yeah,
took
I
away
don't think
from
it was.
the moment because everyone was like, "She wearing underwear? I hope she's wearing underwear." So
That sounds like
I
a
thought it was
personal
perfect.
problem for them.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was a good.
thank you.
It was just enough sexy to where it was still classy.
Yes, yeah, you'll never forget the yeah. What did I say? Music holds memories, scents, and clothing. Like I'll have that dress forever. I'll have the dress I got engaged in forever. Like I can't. I'm like sentimental like that. Like I can't get rid of those things. So
No, those are like
you keep your wedding dress forever,
moments.
right?
Yeah, you can get it. I almost said embalmed.
Embalmed. Isn't that what they like do to animals? No. Yeah.
That's what you do to like deceased bodies.
Oh.
That's not what I meant. That's
okay.
not what I meant. You can get it like what's the word?
Pressed.
Like boxed up to where
It holds its shape.
You don't throw it in a box.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom did it for me. I don't know. There's a name for it, and I think it's like in my closet over here or something. But anyways, you can get it. It's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Preserved.
Preserved. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's why I keep you around. Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Preserved.
Also need to find a wedding dress. I haven't even started thinking about that.
I can't
When is the
wait.
wedding? Do you have a date?
Cannot wait.
Yeah, we're doing November of next year. So we've had like a long engagement. I know.
Not that long.
Wait, it just happened like in the summer.
But everyone's like, maybe you're right. I feel like 2 years is pretty normal. But everyone's like, wow, that's so long. I'm like,
That's not that long.
why are you you're not coming to the weddings? I don't know. No, I'm joking. Same thing about when I'm
Don't
coming
worry
back.
about
It's like all these sweet fans. Like it's the sweetest fans, but they're like, oh, when are you coming back? And I'll tell them like, I don't really know yet. Or I'm like, oh, like that must suck. I'm like, yeah. Like, what do you want me to say to that? I don't know.
Lord.
That's why I don't like going outside very much. No.
You're very
Makes
much.
a lot of
I
sense.
don't like people right now. That's your vibe.
Yeah.
Let's get into some good bump,
Yes.
which is not apparently people think that it's about one thing, but it's really not about that. So good bump. Do you know what good bump means? Deja?
I do.
Do you
I
use
do
that?
know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't you think it's a very
Um,
guy thing to say though? Or did you say it?
I did hear it from a man first.
Okay.
And that's where I heard it the first time I heard it. So I was like, oh, that's what guys say, I guess. And then everyone
Yeah.
started saying it. So I was like, great.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, good bump is it's a term used in the basketball world, like a good play, a good move, a good dunk, whatever, something good that happens on the court that's efficient, effective, whatever, good to look at, nice to watch.
It could
Good
literally be
bump.
anything.
So
though, yeah.
it literally could, yeah. Like
Sure.
apparently a good song could be good bump.
Yep.
All of it.
Anything.
Good food. I've heard someone say it about food. Like, haven't heard it in that context, but we'll take it. Yeah.
I feel old with all this lingo.
Hell yeah. You know what?
You know what? Hell yeah.
All right, Kimmy, what's up? What we got on Good Bump today?
So I think it's just a larger conversation about how training camp is and, how surprised fans are every single year about, who's let go, who's waived. And it's so unfortunate that rosters can only hold 12. Personally, I think roster sizes need to be expanded before we add any more expansion teams, because it's kind of crazy. 12 people for a roster is like, it's
I was
insane.
thinking about that too when I was watching the first couple of games, because if you talk about like the analytics going into the season and like who a healthy squad, the likelihood that you have 100% healthy squad at the beginning of a season is very low. Like
Very
you're not going to
unlikely.
have all 12, and then you're at least one or two. You're down to 10,
Mhm.
and then someone gets hurt. You're down to 9. Like
That's us right
at
now.
the first game.
Yeah.
Right. Like I think that's what brought it up when Ray got hurt. And
Yeah.
me and Damien got into a conversation about like why the roster spots are so small. You have 9 active players going into your second game of the season.
And it just
Like
puts a
that's
lot of stress on
nuts.
everybody. So
Yes.
roster sizes really
No
need to
wiggle
be.
room.
With that being said, you've given this journey your all. How do you process moments when the result doesn't reflect the work you've put in and everyone's seen you put in?
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to figure out how to process it, but honestly, I'm in a much better headspace than I thought I would be. I mean, obviously, like these are moments and situations that if you asked me 5 years ago, like that I thought I would be in, I would say, hell no. So like for these things to happen the way it did, for draft night to go how it did, um, to getting signed to training camp, to having a great training camp, great preseason games, and then unfortunately getting waived. Like, I mean, that's a lot of emotions, a lot of
Mhm.
different things that have changed. But like going out of it, it's been what, like a week now since I've gotten waived. Like, I am just in such a positive headspace, like just kind of like onward. Like I think, and that's the best way to be right now because I know that this will be a hell of a story to tell one day.
Mhm.
Like once I really get going and find myself a home on a roster and um just going through that. So I think I processed it after draft night. That was probably one of my lowest points. Like that was one of the toughest nights of my life, I will say. And emotionally, like I was down bad. Like I was just like, why did like what lesson is God trying to teach me right now? Like what is going on? Um, because if I had any thought in my mind that I wouldn't get drafted, I wouldn't have went 100%. Like that was just, and of course, being in a light on social media and things like that, where everyone's watching what you're doing, like that didn't help because there was so much negativity coming from there, and it was just kind of, it was like embarrassing in a sense, like, and so it was me trying to process that. Thank God I had my family around me, family, friends, because those like maybe 2 days after draft night like there was a lot of questioning, like questioning myself, questioning should I have not went to Oregon? Should I have stayed? Should I have declared last year? Like all these things. And like once I got the call from Vegas, uh that was like a completely different like perspective. Like that instantly just changed my perspective where I was just like, okay, I can either sit here and feel sorry for myself and try to figure out why all the things went wrong, or I can look forward and really like put my head down and work my ass off in this training camp and just play with a chip on my shoulder and wherever that takes me great, but just knowing that I'm being granted this opportunity to be able to showcase what I can do and just a chance to play in the league like that was something that it was it made me appreciate basketball even more. It made me appreciate like the experience, the journey. Because again, that opportunity not a lot of people get. A lot of people didn't get post draft, like especially others who weren't drafted. Like so I was just thankful. It was just like it was all a sense of gratitude, an attitude of gratitude. And then going through training camp how I did, going through preseason how I did. Like I was just proud of myself. I was like, girl, 2 weeks ago you were questioning if you even want to play and
Mhm.
play and looking at maybe I should look at a different career, like all that. And it's just like I can't believe now, like looking back at it now and that was only a couple weeks ago, like I couldn't even believe those were thoughts that I was having. Um just because of one moment. Like I couldn't let that one night define, the rest of my career and the rest of my future. And yeah, it's unfortunate, and I know that the reason getting waived was nothing other than there's just not enough space at the moment, for specifically Vegas. But I think that's why I'm in such good spirits, because I know that there's an opportunity that will come elsewhere or at another time or whenever that is. And if that's not this year, then next year, just try again. Like basketball is my passion. That is my life. I give that my all. So right now it's just kind of a waiting game on waiting to get a call from a team, and just making sure I stay ready for whenever that opportunity presents itself. So I'm feeling great. I'm really excited for what's to come, and for what was as well. But yeah, I'm feeling great. And a lot of people were shocked when I was telling them that. And I'm just like, y'all, like literally, like I think there was nothing more I could have done, nothing more I could have proven, whatever it was. Like I think that was an opportunity from God to be like, here's your chance to show the world what you can do, show the world that you belong. And I knew that I belonged in the league, whatever that looked like, and whoever that was with. So having the chance to be able to show that, I know that'll be rewarding at some point in the near future.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, well, it through the process of, showing yourself, because it wasn't really about showing everyone else, it was about
Yep.
showing yourself. As you navigated through that, was it just you, or who else was helping you, stay confident in knowing that you do belong, and reminding you that, because you talk about your village, like your
Yeah.
family and stuff like that, and what are ways that they showed up to, help you?
Yeah, well, my mom was there. I mean, every step. I had, some of my family out there in New York with me. So like they were there for me that night, but then just those next couple days, it was really my mom, the main one, who was just she was sad with me because she went through this whole journey with me, and of course, like that was her dream too, to see me get drafted. So like when she didn't, it was like it hurt her just as much. So like those next couple days, like she was feeling it with me, like she was crying with me. We were like, I was like kind of nonverbal, like I'm just like nonverbal, don't talk to me. But like then eventually then we there's like a specific day, like we went to breakfast, and I was just very quiet, and she was just like, okay, as your mom, I understand, I feel your pain. I wanted it just as bad as you. Don't know why it's happening. She was like, but now as your business manager, because she's my business manager. She's like, now as your business manager, how do we move forward? Like this is not a time to quit. This is not a time to give up. How do we move forward? Like you need to get your ass back in the gym. You need to stay ready. You need to be ready for whatever opportunity comes. And that morning was like a light switch for me, where I was just like, she's right. I hate it when mom's right, but I was like, she's right. Um, I've had enough time to feel sorry for myself and be sad and all that. Like now it's just like, and she just kept reminding me, she was like, you belong in this league. Like, however you get there is going to be a different path than what you expected, but you belong. And she was like, so now whenever that opportunity comes, you need to show why you belong. And that was the attitude and confidence that I carried into training camp, where I was just like, I know I belong, but all I needed was an opportunity. How can I show it? That's all it was. Like I have no time to overthink. I don't have time to feel sorry and be down and be like and be sad that, oh, I'm walking in here undrafted. Like no one cares. Like it's like you have this opportunity, how are you going to attack it? And that's really the advice and confidence that my mom was helping me with in those few days. And of course, having like I had a bunch of players text me, which I thought was great. It was really touching because I was just like, they see it, they see the talent, they see that I could belong. And even having players text me after I got waived too, like just everyone saying like I belong, I'm a pro. It's just unfortunate that, the league is where it's at right now in terms of roster spots, but that my time will come. So like just hearing things like that from players, former players, from my family, from my mom, like all that, like that definitely gives you like a different boost of confidence, and um just putting you in a great headspace, because it's just like that opportunity will come in whatever way, shape, or form, and that I have so many people behind me that are supporting me near or far. So
Yeah. No, I've always said, since being hurt, I've always said delayed, not denied. And it's
yep.
not if, it's when. And I full-heartedly believe that for you. And I saw how you connected with Asia and Chelsea, and my heart hurts for you, but at the same time, I'm very excited for your future, because in my opinion, this is the most difficult league in the world to make a roster. And it's only going to get better, and you're only going to get better. And yeah, fans, I hope, please, fans, if you're listening to this, please keep tuning in, keep supporting us.
Yes.
That's what we need to get these roster sizes bigger, because the fact that
Yep.
our girl Deja here is she's so freaking talented. The accolades you received in college, what you've done, you should have no inkling of any sort of, questioning who you are, what type of player you are. Like, this is just what it is, and it's so unfortunate,
Yep.
but we can only work towards making it better. So I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud that you, like, when you said people are shocked that I had this mentality, I'm like, I'm not shocked. You've always been a badass. You've always been positive.
Oh, thank you.
So it's
Yeah.
just, it's unfortunate, but it's a great setup for an amazing story.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait to share it all one day. So it's been a hell of a journey.
Thank you for
be
coming
continued.
in. Yes.
Yes.
And being vulnerable, I think, is super important. And I don't know, for me, like, doing this show and just being candid with the people who come on is therapeutic for me. So I hope this is helping you, but I also hope you know how many people you're helping by sharing, your story, and just, it's normal to question ourselves and have moments of uncertainty, but it's just the human experience.
Definitely.
You got to
Yeah,
keep
that's
pushing
the
on.
toughest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the vulnerability is something that I definitely had to learn. But knowing that there's someone out there who might eventually go through the same thing or whatever, like, I want to make sure that I am as honest as possible and sharing that, and hopefully it can help someone else out one day, and go from there. So I think the vulnerability is an important piece, especially as an athlete. Like, just being able to share that side of you helps more people than you think.
Preach. That is facts.
Amazing.
I can't believe we're at the end of our time pretty much. I'm so sad. We need to
Yeah.
bring you on as our third host. We're just going to be remote from now on, you guys. It makes it
There's
easy.
there's a spot opened up
Yep.
for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, there we go.
Every episode, we have a segment called We Have Some Notes. This is where we react to viral moments on social media. So this week, Emma Stone was attacked by a bee. I wish we could.
Bless her.
For those of you listening, my girl is struggling. There's 2 photos of her. She looks like she's seizing. That's what she looks like.
She looks like she's doing what's that where you like go underneath
Limbo. No. Yeah.
limbo. No, limbo?
Limbo.
Limbo?
Limbo? Is that what it's called?
Wait, why
That's
doesn't that sound right?
That does not sound right.
Lobotomy.
Rush Lambo.
Limbo. Is it bimbo? It's not bimbo. That sounds worse.
No, it's actually it's limbo. Like, it's right, but that doesn't sound right.
No, it
Cam,
doesn't
it's like
sound
you know when you're
Groundhog.
like, when you say a word too many times.
Sorry, Deja.
Groundhog.
Deja thinks we're crazy. We are. We are.
Not at all.
This is me though. Like, get away from me, being.
Is there an embarrassing or awkward moment you've had, like on a red carpet or while taking a photo? I've had so many. I've had way too many to count. It's always like when fans come up to you after a long flight, or like when you just like, you put on a hood, you're trying not to be noticed in public, and then this sweet kid comes up to you and they're like, "Can we take a picture?" And I look like I just
You're
crawled
just
out
like,
of bed. Yeah, that's a tough moment for me, but I'm like, sure. And I always try to take off my sunglasses too. For some reason, whenever I talk to someone, like, I wish I could keep them on to hide my bags and my eye boogers, but I just try to be polite.
Please.
So that's always rough for me. I got my mom's dark circles. There's a lot of concealer. That's the one thing I need to put on before I leave the house. Some concealer. So
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment taking a photo, Deja?
No, not really. I mean, it's
She's like,
always
no, I'm
I'm like,
pretty perfect.
That's awesome.
I feel that.
I think
Period.
it's always embarrassing, like grown men asking for pics, and it's like if they're with their wife or girlfriend,
Yeah.
like, can you take it? Like you're asking them, and I'm like, like,
You're like, hey,
I
girl.
just feel really
Hey.
bad when they're like, hey, like, do you want to get into? Like, I'll be like, oh, you want one too? And it's awkward because she's probably like, girl, no, I don't want to pick, but it's just like I don't want to. Like, I think that's sometimes awkward for me, but other than that. I don't know. Probably to Cam's point, like if I look like a complete bum and someone
Never.
recognizes me and is like, "Can I have a pic?" I'm like, "Sure."
Sure.
I always thought it was weird, like back in the day when Snapchat flower crown thing was a thing, right? And people would come up and ask for a picture, and they'd put their phone up, and it immediately put the flower crown like filter
Oh
on
my
my face.
God.
Like, oh, hello. Okay.
That was a special time in our world.
That was a great time. That era was
The dog
Okay.
filter.
wow.
Like, what were we doing?
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that my Snapchat is inactive because I can't get into it because how embarrassing.
I would cry
That
if
was
I
a
lost.
time.
I have so many good memories. That was like my camera roll,
I have some
high school
great,
through
yeah.
college was my
I
Snapchat
love
memories.
just scroll. Like that's what I do. I just look at my memories now.
Yes.
Like on Snapchat, I have some great ones in there.
I've tried to log into mine, but I have a new number from before, and I can't get the code because it's sent to my old number, and I'm just locked out of it forever. So that's fun.
There has to be a
Um,
way to get around that. We'll figure it out.
The girl, I have
Yeah.
I've tried everything. Literally, I've tried everything. I think
Let's
I have
spam
to like
your old number and be
call
like,
the
send us the
freaking
code.
CIA to tell them like, hey, it's me. I just got a new number. So annoying. Like it's just Snapchat. Like it's fine.
I hope
But
Maybe it's time for a
no one
new
hack
one.
into our Snapchats now, please. There's too much.
Please.
next up, I'm actually really curious about you guys' thoughts on this. Rihanna came out with a new song, friend of mine, for the Smurf movie, and it debuts at wow, it debuts at number 191. That's 191 on US Spotify with 364 streams. Did y'all hear it?
I heard a little snippet.
Wait, this just came
Kim,
out?
did you hear it?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's
Um,
terrible.
It's
Oh
bad.
no.
It's terrible.
Rihanna.
People are
Damien-
like, she can't sing.
Yes, her
Those
voice is
babies."
broken. Her voice is broken. Damien came in and like played me a part of the song, and I'm like, oh, that has to be like, you know, a little teaser. Like it's the unfinished like teaser of the song. Like
There's no way.
it hasn't come out yet. And he's like, no, Sydel, like that is the actual song. So I'm like, no way. I go on Spotify,
That's rough.
listen to like 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's like that clip of when she was in the club. Did y'all see that? And like she was
Oh.
singing "Needed Me," and the audio went out.
Oh.
She's like, "Ee,"
Oh,
like
no.
it's just like
I know she got paid for
our
that,
girl might
though.
be cooked.
Oh god.
She's cooked. Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
She definitely got
wants to
banked
be
for
with her
that.
kids.
So yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
she's a mother.
So she really doesn't care what any of us have to say.
True.
She's like, buy my makeup, buy my
Right.
lingerie, and keep it moving.
And keep it pushing.
let me have my kids. You know what? Respect. Just please don't come out with no more songs like that.
Yeah, at this point, girl.
We'll stop asking. We got it.
That's it. We get it.
She spited us.
Oh man. Bless her. Okay, well, yeah, if this is my last episode, like I'm pretty sure it is, and this is my last episode before I have the baby, I will be gone for a little bit, but not too long, so don't forget about me.
Impossible.
Kim's gonna hold it down.
I'll try my best.
I'm so excited to see you like kill it.
No, you're like my security blanket. I need you. You're like
Maybe I'll just
you're like Zoe's baby blanket.
I would say I would FaceTime you, like, when you record, but it'll just be like boobs out, breastfeeding, all those things. And I don't think you want to see that.
Give us a show. Yep. Yeah.
A little encouragement. Never hurt nobody. But yeah, no, I'll miss you for the few weeks that I'm gone. A couple weeks. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm excited to listen and to stay up to date with everything. And yeah, it'll be great.
I fly to Phoenix tomorrow. I actually forgot to tell you that.
Oh, you're coming?
Mm-hmm. I'll have to
Yay,
Uber to see you.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
See you
Or
tomorrow.
y'all play tomorrow or Wednesday?
Look
You
at
play
that. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Tuesday.
I know, but do y'all play Tuesday?
Tuesday.
That's a wrap on episode 17 of Straight to Cam, a Wave original presented by Perplexity.
Shout out to Miss Deja. Thank you for coming on. What a breath of fresh air. Make sure you listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcast at Straight to Cam. And
follow us on. Oh, I mean, go ahead. You can take my line.
I'm good.
Take my line.
No, I don't
see.
No, you go.
Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms at Straight to Cam. Keep up with the best clips throughout the week.
See you next Monday.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.